I'm going to let you in on a big secret, and now please don't tell anyone or you're going to get me kicked out of the club. And here's the secret. If you hit a bad note, you can only ever be one half step away from a good one. So if we're talking about Western music, which is based on the basic major or minor diatonic scales and their modes, there is never an interval that's greater than a whole step in those scales. So you can never be more than a half step or a half bend or one fret, as you would call it in guitar language, away from the correct note. And knowing this means that you can put it to good use, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Let's make some music. What I want to do today is show you how you can take what would be considered wrong notes and turn them into cool music. I'm going to do 4 8 measure examples. A couple of them will really kind of lean on a basic bluesy pentatonic minor, and a couple of them will be the full minor scale in more of a hard rock metal type of setting. For example 1, let's say you're playing an E pentatonic minor, E minor, and by accident you hit a C sharp, which would be a major 6th and isn't in the key. Your basic scale is E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. And if you play the pentatonic, it's just E, G, A, B, D, back to E. So you've got this thing going with this nice moody E minor kind of feel. Then you come back to the B string and hit, which is totally not in the key. And it sounds kind of awful. But if you hit it briefly and bend up a half step, you end up with something that actually works. Gets a little bluesy there, but you can see that you just need to move a half a step. Let me put it in context to music as I said I was going to do, and we'll come back. So I'm on a different camera right now because somehow I lost some video footage. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're going to jump to example number 2, which is over kind of a metal modern rock track, and it's an F sharp minor, which normally has the notes F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, and then F sharp. It's the A major / F sharp minor key. And instead of the G sharp here, we're going to play the wrong note of a G. Was the minor second of it. Let's just roll the example and then I'll come back and talk about it on the video that I didn't post. Okay, so you see there in the second half of that, when I start playing the faster passages and I go up onto the top 2 strings, I'm playing the wrong note on the E string for the F sharp minor scale. If I'm staying properly in key, we have a C sharp, D, E, F sharp, a G sharp there, not the G, and A. But instead, I kind of did the more comfortable, where my fingers are doing the same pattern on both strings. And I just end up leaning into that because I recognize I hit the wrong note on that one passage, and when I get to the end of it and I do that half step trill, it makes for a cool resolve. So instead of fearing the note or lamenting that I played the wrong note, I come back to it and make it part of the entire piece and use it to resolve back to the root note of the scale. Now in this next example, we're going to go back to the bluesy type of thing, and here you're going to see a really out there sounding note, which is the diminished 5th. So we're back in E, E minor, and a diminished 5th makes this chord. It's that note there, the B flat. And so I'm going to be playing that all over the place in this example, and again, leaning into it and making it part of the piece. Okay, now one more. I'm going to go back to the F sharp metal again, and now I'm just going to lean into this all the way and go buck nutty and play all the wrong notes. So you can see there from the example, we had something that sounded very kind of out and then comes back in again and makes the in part sound that much better. And I was playing a pattern moving up what's called chromatically. It means I just moved a half step. I used every note, all the half steps. And so I took this pattern of basic and went up a half step. And just kept going until I came to the F sharp root note again. So when I was in, I sounded really in. And then at the end of it, with that tapping where I used the pick, I'm just going up each note all the way up and again until I resolve to the F sharp. This is a trick that was incorporated by Randy Rhoads a lot, and I talk about it actually in a top 5 habits of Randy Rhoads video. I'll link that up here in case you're interested in that kind of thing. But the main takeaway from all of this, I hope that you get, is that no matter where you're at, again, you're only a half step off, and you could bend or slide into the key that you need to be in, and then go back and use that idea so it doesn't sound like it was just a one-off accident, and make it part of the music and see where it takes you. So as always, I hope this made good sense to you guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, keep making great music. Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It makes the whole world better.